Hello, beautiful people. It is your favorite real estate broker in the whole entire world, Mr. Stephen Harris. And are we about to find a few bargains in this Killeen market? Let's hop into the numbers and see. Are there going to be some bargains to be found in this crazy Killeen market? I think so. Looking at the data, most of the dramatics have stopped. But there was one really big uptick, and that was in inventory. So with more inventory comes better deals. So we'll jump into that in just a second. Want to talk really quick about the median list price. We're right around the 275 mark, and that is up 14% year over year. And I'm thinking we'll slow down just a little bit. If you can see, like, there's a tiny curve happening at the end of this chart. So I'm thinking we'll drop down a couple percent before the end of the year, just due to seasonality and also the fact that we're seeing still a really large uptick in inventory. But that'll still put us around 12% gains for the entire year, which is great. If we look at 2020, we're up from our previous high, about 10% in 2020. So things are still heading in a good direction for the homeowner. But still, same time, it's still a good market to be a home buyer. I want to talk about the median days on market real quick. And as you can see, they're flatline. Like, it's really nice. Flatline at about 14. So that means the best homes are still flying off the market, and even some that aren't the absolute best. But we are in a price determinant market. So houses that are under 250 fly first day. If it's above 250 and it's got something kind of special or good going on with it, then it can still fly. But if it is above that 250 mark, closer to the 300 mark, and there's not something special about it, then it may sit for a couple weeks. So I say that to say, don't adjust your price for maybe a little bit longer than 14 days, because that's about the average. So just depending on the type of traffic that you're getting. Want to also hop into, we were going to talk about inventory. Inventory is up. That is the dramatic spike that we saw. So we're up about 10%. Week over week, which is huge. If you look at this chart, we're still not quite at those pre-pandemic levels, but the way this thing is trending up and like that sharp turn, that makes me think we're going to hit the pre-pandemic levels probably within the next month or so, which we were still in a bit of a seller's market in the pre-pandemic, but it wasn't as crazy. Like, there wasn't, homes weren't flying off the shelf the same way, but we were seeing multiple offers on the best homes. So I think that is what we can expect throughout the rest of the year. And a lot of this has to do with builder inventory. So builders are still building. If they slow down, we could see this inventory slow down, which means that the demand tick versus the inventory could cause prices to go up just a little bit more. We could kind of end up back in that same situation we were earlier. But this is a good thing, actually. This inventory climb is good. It's good for a healthy market. So Killeen is still very much a seller's market for sure, but it's slowing down, and it's been slowing down at a slow rate. But this inventory spike makes me think that we're about to see kind of the brakes come down a little bit harder. And that has nothing to do with interest rates. Interest rates are down below where they were when all the craziness happened, but they are still up from where they were in 2020, 2021. So that's just a couple things to look at. Price decreases is another way that we kind of determine the demand. And I will pull that up on the big chart. And as you can see, like, that shot up, and you can see it going down here, but it went down just a tick week over week. So that means the seller sentiment is kind of coming to grips with what the market means, and they are pricing the way they should. I think we are going to see, I think that's the ceiling. I think that 35% is going to be the ceiling for price drops. If you look back here though, it got up really high at the end of 2019. And so we actually surpassed that. And I don't think we will go, I don't think we'll go much further past that with our price drops. As long as agents are educating their sellers, then I think we will be good. To kind of wrap up what this means, it means we are reaching a neutral market. For sellers, your house can still sell really, really fast, but it needs to be priced aggressively, and it's time to go back to the fundamentals. It's time to go back to sprucing up your landscape and touching up the paint on your doors and baseboards, or maybe even the walls if you've had some big flaws. Time to make sure that you are picking up the backyard and making sure that you're watering the grass and making it appealing to a potential buyer. For buyers, will there be bargains? Yeah, there will be a few bargains that hit the market. You will probably have to compete on those if those bargains are below the 300 mark. So keep that in mind, but start with, making sure you're paying all your closing costs, not asking for anything crazy. And before you throw like a $20,000, $30,000 premium, start by going just a bit over the asking price. Still make sure that your agent is checking to see if there are any offers on a property before you offer on it. But the good thing is you've got options. So if you miss out on one, inventory is looking great, you will have an opportunity on another one. So yeah, that's where we are in this Killeen market. Things are still trucking along. I think if we see a deep recession and a lot of job loss, I don't think this will change this market too much because we are propped up by our good people in the service. Thank you guys for everything that you do. So I don't think that we'll see a huge hit on our home values or really even our demand because our service people are steady going in and out, and that's not really affected by economic recession. And Killeen doesn't really have any other big industry in it. So to my sellers, you're insulated a little bit, and for buyers, you probably won't see the market tank if a recession hits. So, it's best to never time the market. Get in when it's right for you and your situation. Same for sellers. You missed all the hype. So, don't come in with that in your mind. But if the time is right for you to sell and you're looking at your equity and there's actually another place for you to go, which is a huge benefit of this current market, you can sell and find another place. That's great, then list it. And if I can help you navigate that process in any way whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out. Set up a time for a one-on-one. My calendar link is below. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.